How do you really get a Band 8 in IELTS speaking? Let's find out. Hello, it's Keith from the Keith Speaking Academy, and today I have another wonderful IELTS speaking success story. Today it's an interview with Thu from Vietnam. And recently she got a Band 8 in IELTS with a Band 8 in IELTS speaking as well. And she is a student on my gold course, the IELTS Speaking Success Get a Band 7 Plus Gold. And in this interview, she's going to tell you her story, basically, how she prepared for IELTS, the challenges she went through, and the tools and the methods that she used to overcome those challenges, with lots of tips on the way. Now, a quick word, because Thu told me that she prepared for the test, that she took a year to prepare for the test, which is great. Sometimes students ask me, how long does it take to become a Band 8? I saw someone on Facebook last week who said, I prepared for 3 weeks and got a Band 8. What that means is they already had a Band 8 speaking level, and they took 3 weeks to prepare exam technique, right? You can't improve your speaking skills in 3 weeks. It's impossible, okay? The important message, I think, is that when you're preparing for IELTS, focus both on exam technique and developing your speaking skills, and more on developing your speaking skills, because that's where your confidence comes, so that you can face the examiner with confidence and pass the test. Okay. Right, enough from me. Let's get straight into this interview with Thu. It's a wonderful interview. I think it will give you lots of ideas and inspiration. Let's do it. Great, Thu. Hello, hi, nice to see you.
Hi. Hi. Hello.
How are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Excellent, top of the world. Very, very well. It's great to meet you. I'd like to begin, first of all, to ask you a little bit about you. Can you tell us where you're from and what you're doing at the moment?
I'm from Hanoi, Vietnam, the capital city. And recently, I'm taking a year off. I just graduated from university, but I still don't feel like working yet. So yeah, I'm spending about a year to experience different things and meeting new people. Yeah.
That sounds great. So where are you based at the moment?
Uh, I'm based in Hanoi. I'm
Right,
still here.
you're still in Hanoi. And I'm curious, what did you study at university?
Well, I'm a law student. So yeah,
Okay,
that's my major.
fantastic, great. Now, recently you took the IELTS test. How did it go?
Well, it went pretty smoothly, to be honest. That was quite unexpected. I got an 8 overall, and especially an 8 in speaking. Yeah, that one is definitely unexpected. So, thank you.
Congratulations. It's not easy to get an 8 in speaking, so well done you. That's really good. Um, you've studied law, so I am curious, why did you take the IELTS test?
Originally I only need like a 6.5 to get a job in an international company. But the thing is, I didn't like my major. I only went to law school because both my parents went to law school. So yeah, but one day I just woke up and be like, I want to experience more. I don't want to stuck in this field forever. So yeah, I decided to study for the IELTS test and maybe one day I can study abroad. Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm. So basically opening up more options and
yeah,
opportunities for you.
yeah.
Right. Excellent. Good. So when it came to, preparing for IELTS for the test, what challenges did you face?
I think for me personally, the speaking would definitely be the most challenging because like I'm the most introverted person, you know. So yeah, I mean, I can speak normally, but whenever I get into the IELTS mode, I tend to speak in a very robotic way. So yeah, I think that's one of the the most challenging thing for me.
Right. Okay. I think, yeah, oh gosh, being introvert, I know very well. I'm also a very introvert person. It makes speaking challenging, especially to people you don't know, like the
Yeah,
examiner.
right.
Yeah, absolutely. So how did you overcome that challenge?
Well, there's only one way. So my way of doing it is to step out of my comfort zone and go on the internet. I find some really good people who are native speakers. And the thing I did is to, to make friends, not just talk to them, but I created bond and, build slowly build a relationship with them. So yeah, that's what I did.
Fantastic. Great. Good. How long did you spend preparing?
To be honest, I'm not too sure. I think it's about a year.
About a year. Right. Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's really good. Now, I'm interested on your experience as well through the course that you've taken with me, the gold course.
Mhm.
What was your experience with that?
So far, I think my experience is quite positive. I mean, everything you offer in the gold course is um, concise, and I love the language you teach us there.
Mhm.
It's very rich and colorful, and but there's nothing too extreme. It's just regular things that a native speaker would say.
Mhm.
So yeah, what I did was to went on to go on the gold course and to learn and to use whatever I've learned into practice, and I used it with my foreign friends. So yeah, I think
Right.
very helpful.
Excellent. So you've had a mixture of kind of studying on the course and also doing lots of extra practice with
Yeah,
other people that you know as well.
yeah.
That's nice. That's great. So how did you feel when you finished the test?
Uh, well, to be honest, I think it's quite um I don't know how to say it, relief. I think that's the right word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because again, there was a time when I didn't really know what I was doing because I'm taking a year off, so there's like a bit pressure and a moment of low self-esteem because all of my friends they're working, they're making a stable living, and I'm still living with my parents, and yeah, so yeah,
But for you, that year off is because you're not 100% clear about your future direction and your
yeah,
future career, right?
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I totally understand the pressure sometimes from parents to follow a certain career. But I think if you're not sure, to take time off is a great idea to get a new perspective on things.
mhm,
And I think through meeting new people and getting new ideas, it can help you find a focus for the future.
yeah, definitely.
What are you going to do? Have you got any plans for the year off?
Hmm. Well, so far, I've been doing a lot of volunteering, and I think that they I really like working with children and maybe help people. So I think I'm gonna do something related to education or social work.
Mm.
So yeah, but there's still a lot to be considered. But at least I'm not as clueless as I used to be. So yeah, that's a good sign.
That is a very good sign. That's great. I'm sure you'll get more and more ideas as you go along. Now, there are, I'm sure, lots of students watching this who are preparing for their IELTS test and maybe have it, just around the corner, coming soon. What advice would you give to students who are getting ready for their test?
Well, I think when it comes to giving advice, what I would say is that when it comes to learning a language, it's not about knowing, it's more about doing. So the more that you do, the better you'll be. So yeah, especially when it comes to speaking, yeah. You want to put away your notebook. You don't really need it. You just, straight up do it. And I think the biggest difference between a student of a band aid with someone whose level is below is experienced. So you might want to put in whatever you've learned into practice, and that's how you advance in IELTS. And, just learning language in general, not just English, but any language at all.
Yeah, I totally agree. That experience, which you get over time as well, and lots of practice. What about your shyness? Because I know a lot of students who are very shy and incredibly nervous when it comes to the test. How do you overcome shyness on the day of the test?
So as I said before, I have so many friends who are native speaker. So the thing that I did at that specific day is to ask them if they had some time to help me practice just, for 10 or 20 minutes, just to be, warm up before I actually get to the test. And that's actually worked because on that day, I talked about work with my friend, and it was quite unexpected that that's also a part of my part 3 questions. So yeah, it was quite unexpected, but in a good way.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's great. So you were literally on the phone to them like minutes before you entered the test.
Yeah, like
that's
20
really
minutes
nice.
before that.
Yeah, that's really, really nice. That's good because I think when you're alone, you start thinking about things and you get more nervous and you think more. And if you can just have a few minutes chatting to somebody on the phone it's a nice idea.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's great.
Yeah, and when I walked into the test room, I feel like, I still have the feeling of talking to my friend. So I, talk in the same manner to the examiner. And I just feel like she was my friend. So yeah, it's really easy to talk and share things with her. Yeah.
Right. And that helps you break the kind of the robotic manner you talked about earlier, right? Absolutely. Great. Well, that's brilliant. Very, very good advice. I think that will be hugely helpful for a lot of students out there. And to hear you as well. I mean, your English is great. Your pronunciation is crystal clear. I don't know how you got your pronunciation.
Thank you.
How did you work on your pronunciation?
My pronunciation, I think Elsa, do you know the app?
Elsa,
it's really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And apart from that, I would say that I don't know, just practice. Put in a lot of practice, and you'll be there.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
I agree. There's no silver bullet. There's no secret. It is just time.
There's
and
no
practice.
secret at all. Yeah.
Very, very much. Great. Brilliant. Thu, well, listen, thank you very much. This is great. It's really good to speak to you. And thank you so much for sharing your experience. And I do wish you all the best for this year ahead.
Thank you so much.
You get your own inspiration for your career coming as well.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. My pleasure. Let's stay in touch.
All right.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Thu, for that wonderful interview and for sharing your story. Some great advice, right? I mean, her tips about, for example, stepping out of your comfort zone and speaking to people was great. Build friendship bonds, not just student-teacher bonds, and to practice the new language you're learning. The idea of focus more on doing rather than knowing, that was great. And going back to what I said about time preparing for a Band 8, Thu said you need experience to become a Band 8 speaker. And that is so true, right? You do need that experience and time with the language. So be patient, but keep building. And that lovely trick, the day of your test, just call somebody and chat for a few minutes, especially if you're shy. It's going to build up your confidence a little bit. Excellent. I hope this has been an inspiration, not only for students in Vietnam, but around the world. Thank you, all of you, for watching. If you like this, please do subscribe. If you're interested in finding out more about the Gold course, my online course for IELTS speaking, there's a link down below. You can find out more. There's a discount of 10% for YouTube fans. And if you're interested in Elsa, the pronunciation app, the link is also down there. It's one of my favorite apps that I recommend because they have this beautiful balance of technology and pedagogy. It's really good. So go and check that out as well. Thank you to, and thank you for watching me. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.